I'm Bill DeFoi with KDTV.com, visiting with Sheldon Brown, the editor and the publisher of the Ventura Breeze. And Sheldon, you're coming out with a brand new paper. Tell us what's in this edition.
All right, this is today's issue of the paper, hot off the press. Cover, we have an article about the Hells Angels getting in a little trouble, and they don't know where I live, so that's okay. Not anything real serious, but you know, police are always trying to get him for something.
Now there is a story about a slippery slope in the city of Ventura.
Yeah, most people in Ventura, probably everybody knows Helen Yunker, one of our great art patrons. The Rubicon Theater main area is named after Helen, but about 10 years ago a slope next to her house failed. It was city property, and there was a lawsuit that Helen lost, but in spite of that, for the last 10 years she's been to city council for over 80 times trying to get it resolved. And it's being resolved not by the city, but a private party has bought the lot and is planning to build there, and they started doing retaining walls and caissons, and they're going to be building a house there. So hopefully Helen can relax eventually before she dies.
Now another big story is the parking meters in downtown Ventura.
Yeah, you know, they're quite controversial, but sometimes, I'm not saying necessarily in this case, it's the noisy minority, not the silent minority, what would the word be? The vocal minority that oppose things you hear more from. But the DVO, Downtown Ventura organization, has taken a survey of downtown merchants, and they say that 83% of the downtown merchants support the parking meters. And some are neutral, and there are only 4% that were not in support of the meters. They're doing what they were meant to do, and people are getting used to them. My big objection, I think they're very ugly, so I'm trying to get a movement going on and have artists paint them. At least, you know, we'll get away from the ugly blue colors. So any artists out there who want to get involved, let me know, and we're going to pressure the city to have that happen.
What's the latest on the artists that you feature in the paper?
Yeah, Johanna Spinks is doing 52 free portraits called The Face of Ventura. Quite amazing. It's about 2 hours of artwork from a blank canvas. And if you know these people, it's just amazing. And this issue is Olivia Simonson, an incredible 16-year-old whose mother died of cancer when she was young, and a foundation was started. And she's going to be climbing Mount Kilimanjaro as a fundraiser, and she was our last sitting. Quite an amazing, impressive young lady, as many of today's kids are.
And what's the latest from Scamps?
The latest from Professor Scamp. Where is Scamp? I don't mean where is he now, I mean where is he in the paper? He's at home watching. He always watches. I know he's in here somewhere. Come on, Scamp. Bark. Anyway, Professor Scamp, he's a PhD. That's a pretty happy dog. And here he is. He writes articles that are usually about dogs, sometimes about cats. She tolerates. And we had a picture in here of a K9 police officer. It doesn't look like a German Shepherd, but this is a drug sniffer. So Scamp likes to feature some of his heroes, and this dog sniffs out drugs in jails. And quite amazing, they've trained dogs to find cell phones. I don't know if they beep or what they do, so because jails are inundated with cell phones. And a lot of the gang members still run their gangs from jail, so they have dogs that find cell phones.
All right, so very quickly, where can people pick up a copy of the Ventura Breeze?
Well, it can't be too brief. I don't want to get too specific. We're in over 550 locations, and 90% in Ventura, about 35 in Ojai, about a dozen in Channel Islands Harbor, some in Summerlin, a few in Camarillo, but mostly in Ventura, in this restaurants, post office, the Derby Club, the train depot, City Hall. It goes into all the boxes of the city council members. And needless to say, we're a wonderful place to advertise in Ventura. And you can see us online at www.venturabreeze.com and see what we're all about if you can't find us in a local setting.
And the price is right.
The price is free. but I'm thinking of doubling that, so you better get it now before it goes up to free squared.
All right. Sheldon Brown, and I'm Bill DeFoi with KDTV.com.